Hi. Do you want to take a seat? Just making sure I've got all the tools I need because your online form said that you've been having ear problems. And do they cause you pain? Do you feel like your hearing is not as good as it used to be? So a number of things. Yeah. Well, don't worry, I'm going to have a look in them today if that's okay. And hopefully we can come up with some treatment plans and things to improve your hearing. Right. So, is there any particular one that bothers you more? Or are they both fairly even? Right, okay. So I've just got this torch and I'm just going to have a little look if that's okay. Great. So I'm just going to have a look at this one first. Okay. Okay. It definitely needs a little clean. So I've just got these little earbuds. Now we say not to use them at home because some people do poke them in too far. So I'm just going to gently clean around just the very inside, okay? Just let me know if I'm being too rough, but I will be as gentle as I can. Okay. Just going to get this off here. Alright. Do you clean your ears often at home? Well, you are absolutely fine to use these at home as long as you don't push them in too far. One time I had to actually extract one from an elderly gentleman because he had pushed it all the way in. But don't worry, it was an easy fix and he was fine. And how long would you say that you've been having these problems for? Okay, so it's sort of been a gradual decline and you noticed it on the phone. So when you're on the phone you do struggle. And when you are talking on the phone, which ear is it that you put the phone to? Right, okay. So I'll have a look in that one in a moment. Okay, just gonna get a bit more of a clean. Is it alright? Good. So, I know some people do find this really ticklish. I myself do. Okay. That's looking a lot better. You've got some redness on the inside, but nothing I'm too worried about. If you clean them at home, sometimes the inside of your ear can just get a bit irritated. But that's normal, just nothing to worry about. So I'm just gonna have a look at this one now. Okay. Just let me know again if I'm being too rough. You okay? Good. Okay. There is a bit more in here, so I'm just going to, I think you've got, these look a bit scary, but I'm going to be really gentle. I'm just going to use these to remove some debris from just the very inside. I'm not going to go poking in deep with these, okay? I'm just going to have a good look and is that okay? Good. Just gonna brush away. Just gonna brush away the excess debris. Okay, you're doing really well. I know it's uncomfortable. I'm just going to use this tiny, tiny fluffy one now, and it's so gentle. I don't want to make your ears more red, so hopefully this will be a lot more gentle for you. Do you find that when you're, have you ever flown before? Yeah. So when you're in the aircraft, do you struggle with your ears then? The pressure changes and things? Yeah. And it triggers really bad headaches, does it? Yeah, okay. So you do have a build-up of wax in here, so don't worry. See it all the time. Just gonna gently sweep, sweep, sweep. Is that alright? Okay. Sweep, sweep, sweep away. Sweep, 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 sweep. Just gonna use this. Okay, you're doing really well. And do you find that when you are just talking to people normally, do you feel like you're straining with one ear more than the other? Right, okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just test which ear might have the more issues with actual hearing. Do you know which one causes the most pain, do you think? Right, okay. So, just gonna gently massage your ear, because sometimes it helps to loosen up any debris that's like right inside, because I don't really want to go poking around there. What I might do is, I've got a special tool that I can actually safely go a bit deeper in and just break up some of the wax that might be in there. Because do you have any balance issues? Yeah. So you might have something called eustachian tube dysfunction, which is, so inside the ear, imagine it's shaped like a little snail's shell. Behind that, behind your eardrum, behind that, you've got little tubes, and what they do is they help sort of keep the balance of pressure in your ears, and if they get blocked, it can feel like a lot of pressure build up. Sometimes there is fluid in the inner ear. Maybe you had a virus recently. Have you been sick recently? Right. And is that sort of in line with when you started to get ear problems? Okay. That would make sense. So sometimes what happens is if you have a virus and you get upper respiratory symptoms, sometimes what can happen is your sinuses become more congested and fluid gets trapped in the little tubes. So that can cause the dysfunction. So we just want to, if we clear it, the pressure will balance, and you should be feeling better in your balance and everything. It can affect your balance and everything. So and do you feel like you get pain on that side more? Right. Okay. There are things that we can do to unblock it. I just want to try the least invasive methods first. And do you think that this is the first time you've had it, or do you think you've had it before? Yeah, so it could just be down to your anatomy as well. Some people do just have unfortunately problematic ears because of the anatomy. We're all individual. So I'm just trying to encourage some movement. So sometimes what helps is if you take your fingers like this and you kind of rub in circular motions. That can kind of help because the tubes essentially are here, right inside behind your eardrum. So we won't be able to get to them just sort of going on the inside because they're actually behind your eardrum. So some people do burst their eardrums. Obviously it's not super easy to do, so but it is fine. And they will recover. Obviously it's painful and not very nice, but your eardrums are actually okay, they're just a bit irritated. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to prescribe you some drops that can really help loosen any excess earwax that I can't get to today. Because what that will do is if you use it daily over time, it will help sort of loosen anything and break it up, and then it will naturally come out. Do you have problems when you have showers and things, when the water gets in your ears? Does that bother you? So I can also give you, just for now, while you're dealing with these issues, because we want it to heal, I can give you some waterproof earplugs so that when you get in the shower you can pop those in and it will stop water getting in your ears. Because sometimes as well, if you use a lot of soap, can actually harden and cause some issues, so I want to make sure that that's okay for you. I'm not gonna cause a lot of discomfort every time you shower. Are you a keen swimmer? Yeah, so have you heard of swimmer's ear? Yeah. We do actually see quite a lot of that, especially in summer when everybody's swimming. Okay. feel better at all. That's good. So yeah, I'm going to prescribe you some eardrops, and what I want you to do is just pop those in each ear. I think this is actually slightly less blocked, and this one is definitely more troublesome. So really focus on this one, but use them for both. And if you use those twice a day, once in the morning and then once at night, in a week or so, you should hopefully see a difference. But if not, do come back and we can look at other options for you. Okay. Good. Right. So with the earbuds, you can so if you do get debris fall out, because it should encourage it to come out, you can use the earbuds just to clean the inside. Yeah, but again, don't push too deep because you don't want to push it back in. So just use it on the inside. Is that all right? Okay, great. I'll just type this. Great. So your prescription will be around the corner at the chemist's. But if there is anything that happens worse, like your hearing gets substantially worse, do come straight back. Okay, I'll see you soon. I'll actually see you in probably a week's time just to check how you're doing anyway. Okay, take care.